Good afternoon, Bob Dalton coming to you from Allendale's trading floor here in McHenry, Illinois. It is Monday, September 12th, 2011. The USDA did come out with their monthly crop supply and demand numbers this morning, as well as some production estimates, and they were right in line with what a lot of estimates believed we should have seen. Yield for soybeans came in at a 41.8. We had corn in at a 148.1. Not too far off from what Pro Farmer told us a couple weeks ago at all, and actually Allendale came the closest that we ever have on hitting the corn yield this year with a 47 point. Our number was 47.7. So we were only off a couple of points as well. So we believe that at this point the USDA number is fairly accurate, and they did not touch anything with any acres numbers on this report. They did move around the production numbers. They brought about 400 million bushels off production, but they also took about 400 million bushels off of demand. So that evened out a little bit. All in all, prior to the open this morning, we believe the report was fairly neutral. If anything at all, it was bearish on the corn. And the trade initially believed that as well, as we opened 5 lower in the corn. But as the day went on, specifically around 10:30 this morning, we saw significant buying come in, 2,500 contracts in less than a minute. And that, kind of looks and smells like the funds were in there doing something to the long side. And the market, continued up from there. Once we took out Friday's highs, we stayed above the 41 area, the 741 area. Ended up closing today at 745.5. That's 9 higher and 19 off of the lows. Soybeans today, exactly the opposite. That 41.8 number, a little bit higher than what they had told us last month. The market looked at it as such and brought the beans on back here. We finished down 30 3/4 in the soybeans. We settled below $14. $13.96 was settlement. So on that $14, we have to get back up above, which we had a very hard time doing in the first place. But we got to get back up above 14 and settle above there to make that $14 price point support again rather than resistance. We today took a cue from the corn. We pulled back early. They pulled back rather aggressively early. We came on back, finished 17 off the lows, down only 2.5 on the day at 727 1/4. That's Chicago wheat December contract. So plenty of talk back and forth about whether the grain should be higher or lower. Specifically, corn should be higher or lower today off of the numbers. Corn did end up finishing higher, wheat trailing behind, but the beans were sold aggressively here today. Crude oil up 97 cents. We were higher most of the session while the grains were trading. Saw a run in the crude. We saw the dollar pick up some strength. We're up 25 in the dollar right now at 77.55. We even saw cattle bounce today. You get the stronger cash price or the stronger corn price that should pressure feeders, possibly support the fat cattle in the long run. We saw everything bounce. Feeder cattle today up 17.5, 133.40. The fats in October up 95 cents, 119.40. We're looking for some steady to possibly higher cash trade again this week. We're in a steady uptrend on the cash market in the cattle, and that's of course getting guys excited to own futures. But there are some real good spread opportunities out there with the October doing what it's been doing. So take a look at your charts and look at what the market's doing versus what it probably should be doing long term, and you will discover there are some pretty good spread opportunities in the fat cattle market. Hogs today down 57.5, 86.67.5 on the hogs. And that's going to wrap it up for us here at Allendale today. If you have questions or want to discuss trade opportunities or even hedge opportunities for next year's crop, which we are looking at right now at these levels, give us a call. Phone number is 800-262-7538, or you can visit us on the website, www.allendale-inc.com. And when you're on the website, pick up some information regarding our conference at the end of January. We are taking reservations for seats at this time and get you into the hotels well ahead of schedule. Again, conference at the end of January this year is going to be a big one with the prices we've seen this year and the expectations on production for next year with prices at the levels that they are. So check that out on the website. Other than that, my name is Bob Dalton. Thanks again for tuning in, and have a great week.